Hey YouTube, this is Orion making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. This is my overview of the Cold Steel Recon Tanto. The Cold Steel Recon Tanto is an Americanized Tanto with a blackened Tuff-ex finish, a full tang with the Kray-ex overmolded handle. See below in the description box for all the extra stats. I'll put them all down there as per usual. This is another one of those Cleavers specials. I bought this from Cleavers, the gun shop here in Brisbane. Sells a lot of. They're the major retailer for the cold steel knives here in Brisbane. I buy just about all my cold steel knives all through Cleavers, and they seem to run several specials with almost unpassable specials on for like $66 Australian or $55 Australian regularly through. They must bulk buy them, and this was one of those specials. I'll do another vid of all the specials I've bought, and I've bought just about all of them. Well, anyway, this was bought on for $55 on special. This is the Oz 8 version. It's no longer available. They do have a SK5 version, the current model. This version, the Oz 8 version, was bought at Cleavers. The SK version, I haven't honestly looked up the price. This is discontinued. The SK5 version, I'm not sure how much it is, and I'm not sure on the availability either. So you'll have to go and see what availability is. Comes with a quality Secure-ex sheath. I'll say straight up, I'm not a fan of the Americanized Tanto. Lynn Thompson came up with this version of the Tanto. It's not the original Japanese version. The original Japanese version had a sweeping Tanto, sweeping point. Some Japanese Tantos, when they snapped the tip off, did look like this. And that was where the confusion came in occasionally. Whereas they argued that this was an original version. Well, that's bullshit. In the 80s, Lynn popularised this as the Tanto. Well, he made this up, basically. And this is an Americanized Tanto. It's a chisel point. He did reinforce the point, as you can see. I have done some cutting with this knife. If you want to see what these knives are capable of doing, this is just an overview. I do no cutting with it on video. I have stuck this into some boards, tried to snap the tip off. I was unsuccessful. They are tough. The Oz 8 steel is tough. You can bash the hell out of them. you can, with the Kray-ex handle, overmolded Kray-ex handles, when in hand, there it is in the hammer grip. Fits my hands really well. I keep saying I've got XXL sized hands. Got plenty of room on the handle, as you can see. These knives give me the impression of a sharpened pry bar. That's exact. My takeaway of them are they are a sharpened pry bar. But because of the excellent ergonomics, ergos on the handle, they are thick behind the edge. Sorry for bumping the camera there. They're not a very slicey grind. The Americanized Tanto tip gives you good for snap cuts. So they doing snap cuts like that. This tip gives you a little bit of advantage. But with the excellent ergos, I found with cutting cardboard, even though it's thick behind the edge, you can just power through and it'll still cut through mediums like cardboard really well. Jamming it into wood like this and then trying to snap the tip off, you're not going to do it. Jamming it into metal and it just, this tip pierces through things really well. That's what these things do. They jam into things and penetrate really well. Like they'll go through car hoods really well. That's what these things are for. They're a sharpened pry bar designed for penetration. And on the website, Cold Steel website, apparently a lot of the coppers and over in America, a lot of the coppers and soldiers seem to get onto these knives for that reason, because that's exactly what they're a tough knife and they're specifically designed around for that specific purpose. Okay, so I bought this knife at Cleavers for $55 on special. No longer available. They're discontinued in the Oz 8 version. Current model is in SK5 version with the Tuff-ex. I'll give you a good look at overall on the knife. I love these handles. The overmolded Kray-ex handle, full tang. Tang goes all the way. It does step down a little bit, but it's all fine. Really tough knife. Just walk around with the whole knife. These ones are made in Japan. If I can get the camera to focus. There we go. As you can see, I've done a little bit of work with this. Jammed in a few boards, cut some cardboard with it, cut a bit of wood, done a bit of chopping with it. But there are a lot of videos. I'm late to the game again with this knife. If you want to see videos, you can search around for it. Comes with a really good Secure X sheath. Good retention, won't rattle out, even without the snap off. I just fold that snap back in. I just fold that all around. I don't bother cutting it off. That's how that goes. As far as it goes, the Recon Tanto epitomises for me the beta user modern Tanto. It's a beast in blade that one shouldn't be afraid to punish. At this price point of $55 Aussie, this knife represents an outstanding value and is, in my opinion, one of the best buys when the special was running. The knife is definitely marketed towards the tactically minded user, but it has been shown by several YouTube users the Recon Tanto can branch out into the bushcraft utility realm without too much compromise. Okay, the pros for the knife. The price point on special at Cleavers. At $55 Aussie, it's one of the best buys you can get. And at that price point, again, it's another disposable knife. You break it, you just buy it at $55 and you just replace it. The cons for the knife, I see it as a sharpened pry bar. And it does have that feel about it. It is a sharpened pry bar. For me. Some people may like that feel and that like. But it does feel stout and solid in hand. It's nice thick spine. Nice reinforced tip. It carries all the way to the tip. It's really good. And the only other con that I can see in it is its tactical look. A lot of people, you pull this out, they know what it's a combat knife. They're going to look at it as a combat knife. And that's the only other real con that I can see for it. But you know what you're buying. You're buying a Recon Tanto. You're not buying it for its looks as far as that goes. That's exactly what you're buying it for. You're going in for that. And at $55, what can you expect? It's all black. Anyway, that's the Cold Steel Recon Tanto. Thanks for watching.